this way. V star, which is collection of all linear functional, which is also a linear transformation, special type of linear transformation. Phi V to R to field, because field itself a vector space. So that's why it is a linear transformation. But it is because it is a field, that's why we are going to call it functional. Okay, so we have already proved that this is also a vector space defined from this vector space. So it is called dual vector space. If V is n dimensional, then V star will also be n dimensional. So now you know the strategy to find the basis vector of V star corresponding to V. If you already consider that this is the basis of V, then basis of V star will be like phi 1, phi 2, because these are the all function phi n defined in this way. The phi I Vi is equals to del ij, which is defined as 1 if I equals to j, 0 if I not equals to j. Means if you pass V1 to phi 1, it will be 1, otherwise phi 2 to V1 will be 0. Okay, so in this way you can find the linear these functions. Okay, so like if this is a linear transformation R2 to R2. Okay, so this is also like a matrix, act like a matrix, 2 by 2 matrix. So it will take a vector, give a 2-dimensional vector also, but you can write in this way xy, because A is a 2 by 2 matrix, so you need 4 scalar to define that matrix. Okay, so to know about this linear transformation, all you have to know about these scalars A, B, C, D. Okay, in the same way, if T is a linear transformation from R2 to R, okay, this is a linear functional, so T will be the matrix of 1 cross 2. Okay, the column matrix, column vector actually. So T will eat xy and give a xy. Is like AB, sorry, AB xy. We can write it as ax plus by. So to find the linear transformation, all you need to know about these two scalars. If you can find these two scalar, you know the linear transformation. Okay, so let's do a problem. So R3 a vector space, and this is the basis vector given. V1 is equals to 1 minus 1 3, V2 0 0 1 minus 1, and V3 equals to 0 3 minus 2 minus 2. Okay, this is the basis of R3. Now you have to find the dual basis R3 star. If it is obviously phi 1, phi 2 and phi 3, and phi 1 is like any linear transformation R3 to R. Okay, so phi 1 will be like a matrix 1 cross 3. Means you need 3 scalar to know about this functional. So phi 1, if you write in this way xyz, it will be ax by plus cz. To find this linear transformation, you need to know about A, B and C. So how you are going to find ABC? Because you know this relation. Which relation? This phi 1 V1 is equals to 1, phi 1 V2 is 0, phi 1 V3 is 0, phi 2 V1 is equals to 0, phi 2 V2 is equals to 1, V3 to 0 and phi 3 V1 0 0 and 1. This is the relation. So by using this relation, you can find ABC. For phi 1, you need to use this 3, okay, because V1 is given. So V1 is this one. So phi 1, because x, y, z is equals to ax plus by plus cz. We're going to find ABC. So phi 1, because phi 1 V1 is equals to 1. So phi 1 V means 1 minus 1, 3. Which will be 1. And by definition, it will be A minus B plus 3C is equals to 1. Okay. 3C equals to 1. And other vector like phi 1 V2 is equals to 0. Phi 1 V3 equals to 0. For phi 1, you can write A1, B1, C1, because for phi 2, A2, B2, C2 or this kind. A1, B1, C1. So for V2, क्या होगा? V2 is 0, 1 minus 1. So it will be B1 minus C1 is equals to 0. For V3, 0, 3 minus 2. 0, 3 minus 2 means 3 B1 minus, 3 B1 minus 2 C1 equals to 0. So these 3 equation you can find A1, B1, C1. Okay. तो कैसे find होगा? And calculate
100 sir.
क्या होगा?
Sir, A1 is equal to 1, B1 is equal to 0.
प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है B1 C1. ये दो इक्वेशन में थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम दिख रहा है. कुछ गलत किया मैंने शायद.
सर B1 और C1 अगर 0 होगा तो सेम हो जाएगा ना?
ओ हाँ. B1 और C1 अगर 0 होगा तो सेम होगा. तो B1 और C1 अगर 0 हो जाएगा तो A1 will be 1. ठीक है फिर. So A1 is 1 and B1 0, C1 is 0. So this function is phi 1 xyz is defined as only x.
স্যার B1 C1 0 হলে তো থার্ড নম্বরটা মানে 3 নম্বর যে রিলেশনটা লিখেছে ওটা তো স্যাটিসফাইড করবে না.
ওই জন্যই তো করবে. অনলি B1 C1 0 হলে এই দুটো স্যাটিসফাই করবে. আদারওয়াইজ বিকজ এটা ডিটারমিনেন্ট যদি ভাবো তাহলে তো এটা নট ইকুয়ালস টু 0 হবে. 1 minus 1, 3 minus 2. এ ডিটারমিনেন্ট বিকজ নন জিরো, তো B1 C1 এই দুটো অনলি জিরো সলিউশন পাবে যদি এই দুটো ইকুয়েশনকে অনলি কনসিডার করো. B1 C1 0, তো এটা যদি ফার্স্ট ইকুয়েশনে বসাও তো A1 উইল বি 1. ঠিক আছে. So this is the function phi 1 and phi 2 similarly calculate होगा. Phi 2 xyz will be like A2x, B2y and C2z, and given phi 1 V1 is equals to 0, sorry, phi 2 V2, phi 2 1 V3 equals to 0. V1 ओके. सो phi 2 V1 के लिए क्या होगा? एक ही इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाई करेगा. हाँ, जस्ट A2 B2 C2 चेंज होगा और 1 चेंज होगा. दिस इक्वेशन विल बी द सेम. लाइक यहाँ पे जस्ट 0 होगा, यहाँ पे 1 होगा, यहाँ पे 0 होगा, यहाँ पे 1 होगा, अदरवाइज सेम. सो इट विल बी A2 minus B2 plus 3C2 is equals to 0. B2 minus C2 equals to 1 and 3V2 minus 2C2 is equals to 0. इसमें क्या होगा? इसमें it is like you consider B2 के लिए क्या होगा? If you just consider these two equation, so 2B2 2C2 negative, this is plus minus minus, so B2 is equals to minus 1. B2 is equals to minus 1.
Sir, minus 2
Equals to minus 1. So B2 is equals to minus 1. So C2 will be 1 B2 minus 1. So minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 2, which will be A2 is B2 minus 3 C2. So minus 1 plus 6 is 5.
सर B2 minus 2 आ रहा है और C2 सर minus 3 आ रहा है.
हाँ, यहाँ पे भी 2 होगा ना, ये इसको मल्टीप्लाई नहीं करें, सॉरी, इसमें भी 2 मल्टीप्लाई minus 2 और दिस इज minus 3 and यहाँ पे minus 2 and this is 9, so 7. तो phi 2 xyz is defined as 7x minus 2y minus 3z. लेकिन इसको और एक तरह से देख सकते हो, phi 2 is a like a row vector. I told you this is 7 minus 2 and 3. Okay, and phi 3 भी सेम होगा, इसमें जस्ट इक्वेशन में यहाँ पे 1 आएगा, वहां पे 0 होगा. सो if phi 3 xyz is equals to a3x b3y and c3z, so the equation will be a3 b3 plus 3c3 equals to 0, v2 minus c2 equals to 0 and 3v2 minus 2c2 equals to 1. इसमें होगा b2 equals to 1 होगा. Okay, so b2 is 1 and c2 is equals to c2 equals to b2, so this is also 1. These are 3. C3. So A3 is B3 minus 3 C3. B3 is 1 and minus 3, which is minus 2. So phi 3 xyz is minus 2x plus y plus z. Phi 3 is 2 1 1. Okay, one. Okay, another problem. This is a vector space V. To R. This is a polynomial of degree less than or equals to 1. Okay, This is a vector space of all polynomials whose degree is less than or equals to 1. So this is like P1. तो इसका डायमेंशन कितना होता है 1 + 1 2. जितना होगा उससे एक ज्यादा होगा क्योंकि you need two constant to actually two basis vector 1 and t. अगर n डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल होगा n लेस देन और इक्वल्स टू 1 तो यू नीड दिस इसका डिग्री कितना होगा 1 + n बिकॉज इट्स बेसिस आर 1 x square x to the 4n. So this its basis. So यहाँ पे basis only 1 and t. So this is the vector space. Now you need to find the dual space V star. So dual space means phi V to R, and phi is defined as phi can be defined in any ways. So ft equals to 0 to 1 f of t dt. This is a linear functional for this vector space. So now you need to find V star. So यहाँ पे क्या होगा? If suppose f of t is maximum can be a plus bt. This a and b can be varied. Okay. So you just need to two basis vector. You can first two basis vectors. So phi 1 if you V star जैसे यहाँ पे 1 and t है यहाँ पे होगा phi 1 and phi 2 two dimensional. V star is also two dimensional. So the same result phi 1 will be 1 and phi 1 t will be 0. Phi 2 1 equals to 0 and phi 2 t equals to 1. So phi 1 will be क्या होगा? Oh, sorry. This is defined as phi 1 t and phi 2 f of t is 0 to 2 f of t dt. It's two different functions. So phi 1 will be 0 to 1 because it is only 1, so 1 dt. So it is no. So कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगा तो मुझे निकालना होगा. Cannot be defined. This is a dual. You need to find this basis vector of dual space V star. So so basis vector of V, if we define V1 and V2, okay. We can take 1 and t, but in general V1 and V2. So V1 could be like a plus bt, and this is V1, and V2 is some c plus dt. Okay, this one the special one. 1 and t is also a basis vector, but we are arbitrarily choosing these vectors. Okay, and dual basis is also given phi 1 and phi 2 in a similar way. This is the basis vector of V star. that is defined as phi 1 f of t equals to 0 to 1 f of t dt, and phi 2 f of t. F of t is the polynomial, 0 to 2 f of t dt. Oh, okay. It is conversely, we have to find the basis vector. The dual basis is given. Now you need to find the basis vector of V. That is. So basis vector तुम्हें निकालना होगा. तो basis vector is obviously you need to solve this equation 1 phi 1, and for V1 you are solving for V1, so is 0. You need to solve these two equations, phi 1 V1 and phi 2 V1. So phi 1 V1 is 0 to 1. V1 is a plus bt, so a plus bt dt, which is 1, and second one is 0 to 2 a plus bt dt is equals to 0. So इसके लिए होगा a plus b by 2 is equals to 1. Okay, and this is 2a plus square means 4, which is 2b equals to 0. This is the equation. तो क्या होगा, इसको सॉल्व करोगे तो obviously this 2 will be cancelled out, and this is a equals b equals to minus a. So a minus a by 2 equals to 1. A by 2 equals to 1 means a equals to 2, and b equals to minus 2. So v1 is 2 minus 2t. Okay, this is v1. Now you need to find v2. V2 you have considered c plus dt. So same equation, just 0 and 1 change होगा यहाँ पे. So c plus d by 2 is equals to, यहाँ पे 1 था, अभी 0 होगा, and c plus d 2c and 2d equals to 1. So इसमें क्या होगा, c equals to minus d by 2, so this is minus d plus 2d equals to 1, so d equals to 1, so c equals to minus half. So v2 is equals to plus t. This is v2. Okay, यहाँ पे dual basis दिया हुआ था. You need to find the basis vector. Plus t. So transpose of a matrix, linear transformation जो है वो define किस तरह से है कि अगर suppose A का transpose is A transpose for a matrix, but linear transformation के लिए if V and U are two vector space and T is a linear transformation from V to U, so इसका transpose defined as U star to V star. Okay, dual space of U to dual space of V. So these are consist of functions. Okay, phi del. So this is defined as, so before you define, this is T, and we are sending it to R by a linear functional phi. So if you send it to R, it will be phi composed T. Okay, so it is defined as, now we're going to define it, T transpose U star to V star. Previously it is defined in this way. T is a linear transformation from V to U. So T transpose, इसका कोई भी अगर function suppose phi होगा, this is this phi U to R. is defined as phi compose T. Okay. Why? Because phi belongs to U star, because phi is a function from U to R, and phi compose T is a function from V to R. So phi compose T belongs to V star. So you are taking an element of U star and sending it to V star. So in this way, this transposition is defined. Okay. So if T is a vector linear transformation from V to U, and for some basis vector T is similar to a matrix A, then this transpose matrix U star to V star, this T transpose will be similar to the A transpose. Okay. So इसमें ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर कोई R2 R3 का एलिमेंट ऐसे निकालोगे तो लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का जो ट्रांसपोज है वो वाला कोवेक्टर टू दिस इज आल्सो कॉल्ड अ कोवेक्टर स्पेस, डुअल स्पेस और कोवेक्टर स्पेस. सो दिस इज अ वेक्टर स्पेस V to U. T ट्रांसपोज इज डिफाइंड फ्रॉम कोवेक्टर टू कोवेक्टर, और उसको ऑपोजिट हो जाएगा. Because if A is M by N matrix, so A transpose will be N by M matrix. Okay. So if V is N dimensional and U is M dimensional, so T will be similar with M cross N matrix. So V is N dimensional, so V star will be N dimensional, and U is M dimensional, so U star will be M dimensional. Because V and V star, they are the same dimensional. Let's give you another problem. Okay. और लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के लिए कुछ डेफिनेशन था जो पहले शायद याद नहीं है, बोले थे कि नहीं. Suppose T is a linear transformation from V to U. There is two very important subspace of V and U are defined as car T and image of T. Okay. Car T is a subspace of V. For this linear transformation, car T is a subspace of V and image T will be subspace of U. And how they are defined? Car T, all those element of V such that T of V is equals to 0 vector of U. Okay. Those vector T is sending to 0. We are collecting this vector. So this is going to form a vector space, a subspace. So subspace प्रूव करने के लिए दो चीज देखना होता है, एक जीरो वेक्टर होता है उसके अंदर की ना, और for suppose you need to prove that W is a subspace of V, then first you have to prove that 0 is in W first, and second, for any U for any W1 and W2 in W1 plus W2 has to be in W, and third, for any C belongs to R and W belongs to W, C has to be in W. So these three conditions you have to check for car T, because you have to prove car T is a subspace of V. So obviously first one, that because T send the 0 vector to 0, of this vector, otherwise this linear, it will not be a linear transformation. If it does not send this 0 vector to 0, it will not be a linear transformation. So that's why, because 0 is also giving 0, this 0v is in car T. First condition is proved. Second, we'll check that v1 is car v1 and v2 is in car T. Okay, so by this definition, tv1 equals to 0u and tv2 is equals to 0u. We are giving u to track the 0 vector, because there is a 0 vector 0v and there is a 0 vector 0u. So tv1 and tv2. So you need to prove that v1 plus v2 is also in car T. So you have to send that vector to T. So obviously, by the definition of linear transformation, you can write in this way: tv1 plus tv2, which is actually 0u plus 0u, 0u. So, and v1 plus v2 is also in car T. So second condition is also satisfied. Third condition, C is in R and V is in car T. So as V is in car T, so TV equals to 0u. So now you have to prove that CV is also in car T. So you have to send TCV. So by linear transformation definition, CTV, and because this is 0, 0u, and obviously by multiplying with any constant, it will be again 0u. So CV is in car T. So car T is a subspace of V. This car T is a subspace of V. Okay. It is a linear transformation from V to U. So if you imagine that T as a matrix, okay, this, if T is a linear transformation from R3 to R3, okay, and obviously T is a 3 by 3 matrix, 3 by 3 matrix. So X, Y, Z equals to A, X, Y, Z. So A, X, Y, Z will give a 3 vector. Okay, so it will be like A, B, C, some vector A, B, C. So यहाँ पे what you will find, X, Y, Z equals to 0, 0, 0 for car T. All those X, Y, Z which are satisfying this equation, these are in car T. So what is this? This is a homogeneous system of equation. Homogeneous system of equation का जो solution है, this is car T. So if, for example, determinant of A is not equals to 0, then we know there is no non-zero solution. Only 0, 0 will be the solution. So obviously car T is always non-empty. Why? Because we have already proved that 0 vector is always in that because this condition. Because if you take 0 vector, it will lead to a 0. So only 0 is the solution. So car T has only one element, which is 0, 0, 0. There is no other element. If determinant of A is not equals to 0, but if determinant of A is equals to 0, then car T may have a higher dimension. यहाँ पे dimension कितना 0 होगा, लेकिन यहाँ पे car T का dimension is greater than or equals to 1 होगा if determinant of A is not equals to 0, sorry. So car T is basically the zero solution, all those zero solution, corresponding zero solution. और इसका डायमेंशन जो होगा, इसको हम लोग क्या नालिटी बोलते हैं, ठीक है. The dimension of car T is the nullity of a linear transformation or a matrix. Okay. And what about image T? Image of T is a subspace of U. T is a vector linear transformation from V to U. So this is actually very easy. For one, image T is जीरो वेक्टर इमेज टी में होगा, तो लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होने के लिए टी जीरो will be in 0u. So this 0u is in image T because image T. So image T is non-empty. Second, for example, u1, u2 belongs to image of T. Consider let. So obviously there exist v1 and v2 such that T v1 is equals to u1 and T v2 equals to u2. You have to prove that u1 plus u2 is in image T. So as T v1 is equals to u1, so T v1 plus v2 is equals to T v1 plus T v2, which is u1 plus u2. So u1 and u2 का pre image है v1 and v2, because there is a pre image v1 and v2. So u1 plus u2 is in image T. The third condition, C belongs to R and U belongs to image of T. And as U belongs to image of T, there exists V belongs to V such that T of V equals to U. So now you have to prove that CU is in image T. Okay, so to prove CU is in image T, you have to show a pre-image. So because TU is TV equals to U, so if you say that TCV equals to C TV and C, this is U. So CU का free image is CV. So CU is an image of T. So image T is also a subspace of U. Okay. So obviously जो dimension of image T होगा वो less than or equals to dimension of U होगा. The same कार्टी का dimension जो है, कार्टी का dimension less than or equals to dimension of, this is U actually, this is V. इसका जो डायमेंशन है इसको बोलते हैं नालिटी, इसका जो डायमेंशन है इमेज टी का इसको बोलते हैं रैंक. ठीक है, डायमेंशन ऑफ image T is rank of linear transformation. So there is very important result that if T is a linear transformation from V to U, then dimension of V equals to rank of T plus nullity of T. Rank of T means dimension of image T and dimension of curve T. Okay, so dimension of V can be determined by these two. U का कोई वैल्यू नहीं है यहाँ पे, you cannot find the dimension of U. Okay. So इस इक्वेशन से क्या पता चल रहा है, कोई अगर सिस्टम ऑफ इक्वेशन सपोज इस टाइप का है, कोई भी सिस्टम ऑफ इक्वेशन सपोज ax plus by is equals to 2x plus 3y is equals to 5 and suppose 5x plus 6y equals to 7. So this is a 2 3 5 6 x and y equals to 5 7. So this is actually a linear transformation, this part. So this is T R2 to R2 because this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So R2 by R2. So T xy will give you some other vector of R2. Suppose it will give you that U and V. Okay. So this is a special vector. You are choosing some vector from R2, 5, 7, and you want to find is there any pre-image for that vector. So you need to find this xy. So it is not always you are going to find if this linear transformation is 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. It is guaranteed that it is 1, 2. Then at that time, for any vector 5, 7, you will always get a solution. So 1, 2 कैसे prove? 1, 2 कब होगा? 1, 2 होगा means image of T will be the U. The whole image will be the this U. Means rank of T is equals to dimension of U. तब होगा कोई भी एक वेक्टर के लिए you will guarantee that this it has a solution. Okay. And for the homogeneous equation 0, 0, you know always there is a solution which is 0, 0. But you need to find is there any other non-zero solution? Maybe or maybe not. Okay. So this is card T and image T. So there is a definition like T is a linear transformation from V to U, and I've already told you that this is a transposition defined as U star to V star. Okay. So dimension for this one, dimension of V is rank of T plus nullity of T. There's another. इसमें और एक डेफिनेशन है जो पहले देना चाहिए था, एनाहिलेटर, तो वो वाला सिलेबस में नहीं है, तो डोंट नीड टू रीड दैट. एनाहिलेटर और एक सबस्पेस है एनाहिलेटर को देखना जरूरी है. ठीक. सो ट्रांसपोजिशन का कोई एक second. Let's try it. I don't know I can prove it or not. If T1 is a linear transformation from U to V and T2 is another linear transformation from V to W, you have to prove that T2 compose T1 transpose equals to T1 transpose compose T2 transpose. It is like ए बी का जो मैट्रिक्स इसका ट्रांसपोज क्या होता है, बी ट्रांसपोज इनटू ए ट्रांसपोज. इसी को लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में प्रूव करना होगा. सो ऑब्वियसली यू टू वी, दिस इज अ लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन T1 यू टू वी एंड V टू W, दिस इज T2. ओके. सो यू टू W क्या होगा, कंपोजिशन T2 कंपोज T1. ओके. T2 compose T1. So first you have to define what is T1 transpose. T1 transpose कौन सा होगा, V star to U star. Okay, and what is T2 transpose? T2 transpose is W star to V star. W star to V star. And T2 compose T1 is from, because U to W. So what is T2 to T1 transpose? This is W star to U star. So if you now write this one like W star to V star, this is T2 transpose, and V star to U star, this is T1 transpose. So W star to U star is T1 transpose, sorry, composition T2 transpose. So this is same as this one. This is also this T1 transpose composition T2 transpose is a function from W star to U star. And you have already taken that T1, T2 composition T1 whole transpose is W star to U star. So because these are the same function, so T2 compose T1 transpose equals to T1 transpose composition T2 transpose. Okay, so this is proved. A second. So let's try another one. If suppose is a linear transformation and belongs to U, linear and U belongs to U, prove that image of T or there exist phi belongs to V star such that T transpose of phi equals to 0 and phi of U equals to 1. So if T is a linear transformation, so V to U, so for any U belongs to U, either U will be the image of T, obviously U can be image of T, because T cannot cover all the vectors from U, so U may not be. So if this is V and this is U, okay, so the whole vector space can get this portion, and this is image T, okay, and this is image T, this portion is image T, and cart T by this is image T, and cart T का definition जो था, this is V and this is U, and U में से this is the zero vector. All those vector who's leading to this zero vector, this portion is cart T. Okay. This portion is cart T. So now you have to prove that any vector U, you are taking this U vector from this U. U may be in this portion, or they're claiming that there exists a phi belongs to V star. Phi belongs to V star means phi is from V to R, such that this T transpose phi equals to 0 and phi of u is equals to 1. I don't know how. So let's write this. T v to u. So T transpose will be u star to v star, and it is how it is defined. U star to v star, इसका definition भी था ना, T transpose, इसका phi अगर लेंगे तो it will be phi compose T. This is the definition of T transpose or any linear transformation T. So now it is u belongs to u. So u could be in image T or u is not in image T. This is the two possibility for any vector. So if it is that, so this proof for u does not belongs to is image T, we have to prove this portion. This portion we have to prove. Okay. तो अगर u does not belongs to image T means क्या होगा कि there does not exist any v in v such that tv equals to u. कोई भी v नहीं है जिसके लिए वाला इक्वल होगा. So don't know how to. So इसमें इसके साथ कैसे लिंक करूं? T transpose T. So कोई भी T transpose यहाँ पे they are claiming that any there just phi belongs to v star such that T transpose of phi equals to 0. लेकिन there is a problem because T transpose is a function from u star to v star. So it will taking the basis element of u star, not v star. No? T transpose will take the u star element, not v star. So they are saying that we are taking phi belongs to v star such that T transpose phi equals to 0. There must be a problem. बोला शायद u star होगा, लिखने में गलत हुआ. ठीक है, छोड़ो इसको. Simple. तो छोड़ो. So phi is a linear functional of R2, means R2 to R. This is a new problem and defined by phi of xy is equals to 3x minus 2y. Okay. For each of this following linear mapping, T R3 to R2, okay, you have to find T transpose of phi of x, y, z. इसको find करना होगा. What is this? Means first of all, T transpose क्या होगा? By definition, T transpose is R2 star to R3 star. So any phi T transpose phi is the element of R2 star which is given phi R2 star, and it will be element of R3 star. Means it is a function, you can write it is a function from R3 to R. Okay, and it will take the three vectors. That's why it will give a real number, some real number a, b, c. So that you have to find. So लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन भी गिवन होना चाहिए, तो 2 लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन गिवन है, दोनों के लिए अलग अलग रिजल्ट होगा। तो टी एक्स वाई जेड इक्वल्स टू एक्स प्लस वाई and y plus z. This is one linear transformation because it is t r3 to r2. ठीक है, तो क्या होगा इसके लिए पहले करो, दूसरा छोड़ो। phi is this one, so because this t transpose phi is given as phi compose t, ठीक है, because this t is from r3 to r2. Okay, this is t and this is phi. T is given in this way and phi is given in this form, 2x minus y. So what you have to find phi compose t, which is r3 to r. So you can multiply because phi will give a matrix and t is also give a matrix, or you can directly compose it. So phi compose t x y z, okay, equals to phi of t x y z, phi t x y z कौन सा है, x plus y plus z, and phi का definition, phi is 3x minus 2y, 3x minus 2y, 3 this one, 3 into x plus y minus 2y plus z. तो इसमें क्या होगा, इसको अगर सिंप्लीफाई करोगे 3x plus 3y minus 2y minus 2z. So this is 3x plus y minus 2z. ठीक, तो this is phi compose t x y z is equals to 3x plus y minus 2z. So this is nothing because this is the definition of t compose t transposition of phi. So t transposition of phi x y z is equals to 3x plus y minus 2z. ठीक है, for तो ये वाला suppose homework for another linear transformation t x y z equals to x plus y plus z 2x minus y. For this you have to find t transpose phi x y z. Phi is the same, phi x y is 3x minus 2y. ठीक है, just you have to remember this one, the t transpose phi is nothing but phi compose t. Okay, so invariant subspace. Invariant subspace क्या होता है कि suppose it is also regarding to the linear transformation. T is a linear transformation from V to U, V to V, okay, and W is any subspace of V. When we are going to call that W is a invariant, if this if you send this W so it will be subset of W, because W is a subspace of V. So TW will this is V, and this is V. Okay, so you are sending via T. So if you send any vector space V, any vector space of V subspace, suppose this is W, so it is going to form another vector space of V, and this will be defined as TW. But it is not necessarily in V in W. It be because this is, suppose this is W, but this is another vector space. But when it is invariant, when this TW is a subset of W for any linear transformation. For any linear transformation, if this is true, then W will be called a invariant subspace. Okay, और इसको और एक तरह से लिखा जाता है, TW is a subset of W means what is that? Means for all W belongs to W, TW is in W. This is the another definition. At that time, we will call TW is a invariant subspace. Sorry, W is a invariant subspace. This W, capital. This is the element. And this is not an element. This is a vector space. So this is called invariant subspace. So invariant subspace, पहले मैंने बोला था कि this is a vector space in the initial class. For any non-zero vector, if you choose V from a vector space, this is a non-zero vector, you can span a vector space. It is a one-dimensional vector space, or you can say it is generating from V. By V, so this is CV. C belongs to R. Okay, this is a vector space CV. So if this vector space is invariant or not, you can how can you check? You know this eigenvectors and eigenvalue. Eigenvalue and eigenvectors का definition में क्या होता है कि कोई भी एक vector, if you send it, if it is a scalar multiplied, then it will be a eigenvectors, and this is the corresponding eigenvalue. Okay, so obviously if you send any this is the LV, this is a vector space, let's call it W. So if you take any vector space W belongs to W, so W is defined as for some CV. Okay, for any this is a constant multiplication of V. So TW is equals to TCV, because by the definition of linear transformation, it will be equals to CTV. But because it is an eigenvector, there is another scalar multiplication. This is V. So C lambda is a scalar, obviously, and it is a scalar multiplication of V. So this is a element of this LV. So W. Okay. So any eigenvectors is a invariant. Eigenvectors से जो subspace create होगा, if V is an eigenvectors and you make a vector space out of it, then that vector space is an invariant subspace. One dimensional and invariant subspace ka this is an example. Okay, this is an one dimensional invariant subspace. Any eigenvectors. If you form a vector space out of an eigenvectors, then that vector is an vector space is an invariant subspace. What about if you take two independent eigenvectors? Okay, U and V. This is two independent eigenvectors. So TU is equals to lambda 1 U and TV equals to lambda 2 V. This lambda 1 and lambda 2 may be equal or not equal. It does not matter. Okay, so now if you take this vector space generating from U and V, so this is CU plus DV for some CD in R. So any if you call it W, so any element of W can be written as CU plus DV. Okay, So if you send this T to W, so इसमें T Cu plus dV, and by the definition of linear transformation, this will be written as TCU plus dV. Okay. Because U and V is a eigenvectors, you can write this C lambda 1 U plus D lambda 2 V. This is also these are the also constant or scalars. So this is a element of W. So you are choosing any arbitrary vectors from W. You can prove that this TW is also in W. Okay. Means this is V. This is V. This is a linear transformation T. This is a vector space, subspace of V is a W. You are choosing any arbitrary vector and you are sending through T. This is again W. So after sending it to W, any vector, this is also belongs to this vector space W. So at that time, you can call this W is an invariant subspace under this linear transformation. Under this linear transformation, W is an invariant subspace. Okay, so it is depends on the linear transformation. So any eigenvectors, by the eigenvectors, you can prove the vector space is invariant or not. Okay. If I say this 1 0 1 1, okay, this is a matrix, means obviously it is a linear transformation from R2 to R2. So इसको कैसे define करोगे? अगर as a linear transformation अगर define करना होगा, it is like x plus y and y. So T xy is x plus y and y. So this is the linear transformation. इसका कोई invariant subspace नहीं है. Why? Oh, there is no two-dimensional invariant subspace. Sorry, one-dimensional होगा क्योंकि or you can write it is if it is -1. Okay, then it is -x plus y. इसका linear transformation क्या होगा फिर? If I consider this one, this is y and -x. Y and -x. इसका कोई invariant subspace नहीं है. Why? Because there is no eigenvalues. इसका eigenvalues होगा तो क्या होगा? 1, -1 and minus lambda. इसका जो equals to 0. So this is lambda square plus 1 equals to 0. There is no eigenvalue because lambda will be the complex for R. If you consider the field R, then there is no eigenvalue. And as there is no eigenvalues, so there will be no eigenvectors. So there is no invariant subspace. यहाँ पे because R2 is a two-dimensional vector space, तो यहाँ पे subspace क्या different subspace क्या क्या हो सकता है? One dimensional हो सकता है, 0 तो होगा, and two dimensional तो whole R. तो one dimensional अगर कोई नहीं होगा तो two dimensional भी नहीं होगा. तो there is no invariant subspace. For this linear transformation, there is no invariant subspace. Okay, because there is no eigenvalue. और एक invariant subspace है बहुत ही important. If T V to V, okay, then this car T is a subspace of V. Obviously, I have already proved this car T is an invariant subspace. Okay, so what you have to prove that car T is an invariant subspace? What you have to show? You have to show that you have to take any vector from V cart T, and you have to show that TV is in cart T. Okay, so because V is in cart T, so by definition of cart T, TV has to be 0. Okay, and for any vector 0, and obviously cart T is a vector space, so this is in cart T. Okay, so cart T is an invariant subspace. So if you find any one-dimensional invariant subspace, you can immediately say that this one-dimensional basis, इसका basis जो है वो वाला आइगन वेक्टर होगा. ठीक है, कोई भी अगर एक पहले क्या कर रहे थे हम लोग, पहले आइगन वेक्टर से कंसीडर करके बोल रहे थे दिस इज एन इनवेरिएंट सबस्पेस. नाउ आई एम सेइंग दैट you know this is a vector subspace of V and this is one dimensional. This is one dimensional means it has one basis which is W1. Okay, and also I'm saying that this W is invariant under this T. So invariant means T कोई भी W अगर लोगे, W belongs to W, TW will be in W again. So we have to prove this is an eigenvector, this W1 or any vector. So this, because this is a one-dimensional vector space, so TW will be some constant multiplication of W, CW. Okay, for any W, or if you consider just W1, so this is the CW1. Because CW1 is in W and W is a one-dimensional vector space, means it is generating from this vector space, this vector. Okay, so this is a eigenvector because eigenvector ka definition is this one. If you send that vector to V and it is a constant multiplication of that same vector, then we will call it a eigenvector, and this is corresponding eigenvalue. Okay. ठीक है फिर. ओके, कुछ अगर क्वेश्चन से पूछो. और मोस्टली सिलेबस खत्म हो चुका है. अगर नेक्स्ट क्लास में कुछ सवाल है तो बोलना, या क्लास करने का होगा तो बोलना, फिर क्लास करेंगे, अदरवाइज नहीं लेंगे. ठीक है, क्योंकि वो जो दूसरा क्लास था मैं इस वीक में 2 लेके खत्म कर दिया, उसके बाद वो वाला बाकी सिलेबस होगा. ठीक है, उसमें अगर समझने में कुछ दिक्कत होगा तो बोलना, फिर एक क्लास अरेंज करके लूंगा, अदरवाइज मैं सिलेबस खत्म कर दिया अभी. कुछ सवाल है तो पूछो. हेलो, हेलो, हेलो.
Yes, sir.
कोई सवाल, कुछ सवाल है तो पूछ सकते हो, या आई एम लिविंग नाउ.
I think no question, sir.
ओके, ठीक है. तो वो जो और एक शायद तुम्हारा क्लास लेते, कौन, क्या नाम है उसका, सोमो. ओके, तो उसका इस वीक का क्लास तो मैंने 2 ही ले चुका, उसके नेक्स्ट वीक में शायद वही 2 लेगा क्लास. ठीक है, तो अभी अप्रोक्सीमेटली तुम्हारा सिलेबस खत्म हो चुका है, लेकिन रैंडमली हुआ है, कुछ सीक्वेंस वाइज नहीं हुआ है. तो इसके बाद अगर तुम्हारा क्लास लेने का मन हुआ या जरूरत पड़ा तो मुझे बोलना, फिर ही क्लास लेंगे, अदरवाइज नहीं लेंगे. ओके.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू. आई एम लिविंग नाउ.